Yo, what's up, guys? It's your boy T,
And it's your boy D.
and this is Unquoted, guys, your number one source for pop culture commentary. Let's go! All right, so today, guys, it's another great discussion, the great debate.
Whoop.
Okay, so today's debate, guys, is power in words. Can you take it away? And by this, guys, when I mean power by words, I mean words like, for example, the N word. You know how people used to take the N word and say, you know what? Let's make it something positive. Let's say, nigga. Let's use it as a term of endearment. Or
Hmm.
like Amber Rose, where she took the word slut and wanted to make it positive. So, what are your thoughts about that, D?
I think certain words can have their power taken away, but it also depends on the time and the circumstances. Like the N word still has power because certain people can't say it, so that means that there really is still power behind that word. But I do feel as if maybe in a couple more hundred years, that power will be gone, but only because there will be more mixed race people inside the world. And if it, and if they are are the majority of the world, then its power is like gone. But things like slut and whore, that probably would never go away because that's still a powerful word. Like, 'cause that was a powerful word hundreds of years ago, and it's still a powerful word. That shit still hurts people. So that kind of thing will probably never go away. That's my take on this.
My personal opinion is you can, but there's no point. And the reason why I say there's no point is because you think about it. Okay, let's take the word slut, right?
Hmm.
Today's now people don't really say slut. What do they say? They say thought, right? So
Yeah.
they say another word that means the same thing. So basically, what happens is what you take one word, you take the power out of it, someone makes another word that means the same thing. So
Sh-
it's like an endless cycle of like, okay, you change one word, people are just gonna find another word to use it. So in that regard, I think people just, I mean, it sucks for me to say, but it's the truth. People just have to get over it. Because it's like at some point in time, it's like, bro, there's always going to be negative things in life. Someone's always going to find a way to call you something negative. For example, you can have a word like banana, right? But let's
mhm.
say I start using the word banana like I would use the word bitch. I'll be like, yo, shut up, you're a banana. After a while, guess what? Banana becomes negative. So then that becomes a bad word. So you guys see kind of like how that can happen. So it doesn't matter what word you use if it means something bad, because they're just going to change the name, the word, and the narrative. So I think it's very pointless for people to take something and try to change it. In regards to N word, I don't really feel. I mean, obviously it's a word that's used negatively, and
Mhm.
people kind of use it as a term of endearment now. But the way I feel about it is that like it's like what I said. I just really don't feel like there's a point of trying to take something negative and turn it into a positive. I think you just have to change the people who are saying something negative and let them know that hey, there's another way to go about the way that you're like. Okay, people use slut in a word to shame someone.
Yeah.
So instead of trying to take the word away, why don't you just say that like why don't you just find a way of criticizing someone without shaming them? How about that?
I mean, people do that all the time, but I guess the word slut is just an easy way of shaming them, because I mean, a slut is a person that sleeps around a lot, and that's usually generally frowned upon by a lot of people, and kind of like how you said that they would make a new word, but doesn't that technically depower slut and empowers that new word to just take over?
Yeah, that's why I said I think it's pointless for people to take power out of words and do stuff. That's why I'm saying I'm more me. I think the best way to go about it is you have to explain to people the power in the word and just the reason why you shouldn't use words like it. There's no point in transforming because people are always going to make up bad words. Like even words like damn, I'm pretty sure damn wasn't even a cuss word for the longest time, and now it's a bad word. So it's
Fag
like
wasn't a cuss word either, bro. That was a cigarette back in the day, but now it's a negative term towards homosexuals. So
yeah, yeah, it's true. And it's crazy because I remember in the '80s, like you hear And guys, I'm not that old. I just watched 80s movies, okay? but like I remember I used to hear that the F word a lot. That people used it really regularly, and then like, you know, you find out later, okay, you're not supposed to say it. But that word used to be used. I remember that word being used like a whole lot. A whole
Yeah.
lot.
They're probably making more. I mean, like homo, or like just new words will be born to say the same thing. But yeah, so there really is nothing you can do. But certain words can like lose their like power. But like how you said, it's just that a new word would like take over.
Exactly. And I think sometimes stuff just has to come with society when I think about it. Because you think about society, it's like society, if society didn't shame the act, then the word wouldn't be bad, right?
That's true.
So, I mean, I don't think people should commend people for sleeping around, guy or woman. I mean, it's just one of those things that like you just like, you know what I'm saying? It's not like a holy practice, guys. And I'm not saying like I'm some super religious dude. I'm just saying that like it's not like something that's worth commending someone for. Put it that way.
That's true. That's
So like
true.
if you get shamed for it, like yeah, it sucks, but like if you do anything bad, you're gonna get shamed for it. You know?
Yeah, I
If
think you should like whenever you like do something, you should know that there will be like consequences. Like if you sleep around, the consequences is being shamed, and you should probably know that going in.
exactly. I mean, exactly. It goes to anything. Just like, I mean, if you go to jail for beating people up, people will call you a thug. You really can't get mad about it because you're walking around beating people up. And like I said, I'm not Mr. Holier than now, where I think like, oh my gosh, like oh, I'm so much superior, and people got no, not like that. But at the same time, guys, if you do something, I mean, you got to accept the repercussions for it. But do you have any closing thoughts, D?
Closing thoughts is that words can lose power, but that word was there for a reason, either because of what you are or something you did. So as long as that hatred for that is there, that word losing power is not really gonna mean that much.
My closing thought is I think it just goes with society and what you have to think about what society believes too. Because the N word, I mean, the N word is bad because it's basically you're saying that, someone is dumb or someone is you know what I'm saying? It's a stigma of how people used to think back then. People think a little bit differently now. Unfortunately not everybody, but people do. So I mean, I think you just have to change society around it. Because like I said, before early, in the earlier century, the N word was people were using that like nothing, just like how people were using the F word like nothing. But
That's true.
society changed, so now the N word is shamed upon. Society changed, and now the F word is shamed upon. So it just goes with society. But this has been your boy T,
And this has been your boy D.
and we are out.